Hi guys, my name is Alex. I am a sex coach, and today I have 5 sex mistakes that you may be doing and how to fix them, and how to have better sex by fixing them. These are 5 pretty common things that a lot of people will do in sexual relationships that are absolutely destroying your sex lives. So stay tuned, listen in, listen carefully, and we'll have better sex because of it. Mistake number 1, and that is modeling your sex life through porn or imitating what people are doing in porn in your everyday sexual routine, your sexual relationship, the moves you're seeing, how they are initiating sex, how they are having sex, how they are ending sex, any type of modeling based on porn. So as a consequence of the internet and kind of how we are raised these days, a lot of men and women are learning about sex through porn. Their first introduction to sex, sexual content is through porn. And so they're learning how to have sex by watching porn and by imitating what they are doing in porn. And what this is going to do is give you sexual experiences that are very surface level, that are focused on physical stimulation, and are also based on the man's timing. What do I mean by man's timing? I mean sex starts when the man is aroused and ends when the man has an orgasm, when that is not necessarily true or should be true in real sexual encounters. So how should we have sex if not imitating porn? Well, you need to focus more on the connection and the mental stimulation side of sex than the physical side in order to have better sexual experiences. How immersed and present and connected and passionate and horny your partner is and you are, those are the factors that are determining sexual pleasure, not necessarily what you are doing physically, the thrusting, the techniques, and all of those kind of things that you are going to learn through porn. Porn sex is not real life sex, and so to try to make real life sex into porn sex is a losing battle and will not lead to anything good, besides the fact that you shouldn't be watching porn anyway because porn sucks and will ruin your life. Anyway, moving on to mistake number 2, and that is never planning sex, never taking the effort to create a sexual experience, rushing through sex, or just kind of putting sex on the sidelines, and you do it when you're horny and it's just that, and then you're done with it. In order for a sexual relationship to stay strong, there needs to be some sort of variety, and that variety needs to come with some sort of effort. What I mean by never planning a sexual experience is you guys in a relationship should set a date or set a time, or just in the beginning of the day say, we're gonna have great sex tonight, we're gonna plan everything out, we're gonna take our time, we're gonna slow down and enjoy it, and just enjoy what that experience is and what it can bring you. And it's really all about slowing down, taking your time, and just being present in that experience. As I mentioned before, being present is one of the main factors of sexual pleasure, of having a great sexual experience. If you are not in it because you're insecure, you're stressed out, you're thinking about other things, or you're just rushing through it so you're not fully aroused yet or not aroused enough, then it's not going to ever be good, right? So take the effort, slow down, take some time out of your busy lives to dedicate a moment to sex and just having sex and being close. And don't just stop once you've had sex. Spend some time after you've had sex and cuddle and just be loving and connected. And that is going to lead to better future experiences, and that experience where you just slow down and enjoy it, that's going to be amazing. So don't rush through it. Take some time, put some effort in. That leads me to mistake number 3, and that is too much emphasis and too much thinking about physical technique or any type of technique. When you cloud your mind with all of these thoughts of what you need to do physically, all these different things, then it's not going to be that enjoyable for you. And there is this certain reciprocity of passion when it comes to sex. The more passionate and engaged you are, the more animalistic and just crazy you are, your partner's going to see that and feel that, and they're going to reciprocate it. If your partner sees that you're overthinking things and you're trying to analyze every little thing that you're doing, it's going to pull you out of the experience, and it's going to pull them out of the experience as well. But the main reason that you shouldn't focus on techniques and these physical things is because these things are purely individual preference based, and sexual pleasure is much more determined by mental factors, what's happening up here, than what's going on down there. The things I mentioned in mistake number 1, immersion, passion, arousal, how horny your partner is, how connected they are to the experience, the emotional component, those are all such bigger factors in determining sexual pleasure than the oral technique that you learned online. I want you to focus on how you can make the experience arousing mentally, how you can make your partner stay in the moment through dirty talk, through slowing down, through just this passionate experience, that reciprocity that I mentioned earlier, rather than you guys thinking about what physical technique I need to string together in order to achieve orgasm, because that's not how sex is. Sex is a mental and physical endeavor, but the mental factors are what are contributing to sexual pleasure far more than the physical things. Mistake number 4, and that is only caring about orgasm, only caring about your orgasm, and only caring about your partner's orgasm. And this kind of hits on mistake number 2, where you just kind of rush through things and you're always just searching for that end result, which is the orgasm. No, that is not the only pleasurable thing in a sexual experience. Slow down, enjoy sex, because there's more to enjoy than just the orgasm. So many people, they rush through sex, it becomes another chore that they need to check off their list and then go about their busy day. But you really need to pair this mistake with mistake number 2 and slow down, enjoy the experience, and don't make it about reaching the end point. Make it about having fun throughout the entire experience. It should be a fun, relaxing experience where you guys are connecting and enjoying the process, enjoying the entire journey, not just the end points. And I know in our busy lives we tend to just try to get things over with, even sex, unfortunately. You just gotta take a step back, slow down, and enjoy it. And trust me, this is a common issue, this is a common mistake, trying to finish, always trying to make that orgasm the end goal, the end point, and trying to rush toward that goal. Mistake number 5 is leaving sex in the bedroom and ignoring it throughout the rest of our lives. You know, we're just gonna have sex in the bedroom and then not talk about it and not broach the topic. It's just something we do and then ignore and pretend it never happened. And that is not a good or healthy way to approach a sexual relationship or any sexual encounter. Sex should be something that you guys talk about, that is open to discussion. You're free to communicate about it. It's not awkward. It's not something that you lock away and never discuss. Sex is an extremely important component of a relationship, and it needs to be talked about in order to maintain a healthy sexual relationship. You'd be surprised, well, maybe not if you're watching this video, but there are so many people that just never talk about sex because they think it's going to be awkward. But if you think about it, should you be having sex if you are too afraid to talk about it? Probably not, because there are more consequences, bad consequences to having sex than there are just to talking about sex. And how can talking about it be awkward if you've already had it with someone? Then shouldn't the awkwardness go away? You should be free to communicate these things. And again, how are you going to know what your partner truly loves, what they desire, what they need in a sexual experience, unless you talk about it and discuss these things? So don't have sex and then ignore it for the rest of your life and it's just this thing you never talk about it. Don't leave sex in the bedroom. Put it out there, discuss these things, communicate, and your sex life will improve just from that. So, are any of these mistakes that you guys are currently doing? If so, cut it out and have better sex because of it. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Hope you learned something. Hope you found it informative. Go and have better sex with fewer mistakes.